Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I am Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Okay, get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So, guys, this is my review recap, okay, for The Handmaid's Tale, Season 5, Episode 1, Morning. Child, y'all know this was raising my blood pressure, right? Okay, June was getting on my nerves with her. And not only that, child, I said, if you don't get your behind in that bath, what is going on? Why are you not washing up? What is happening here? You run in the water and you all bruised and bloodied up and stuff, and you just standing there looking, okay? It was giving me when you tell your child to go take a damn bath and they be in there acting like they washing up, but they really not. Child, it was bothering me. That thing was bothering me so bad I couldn't even pay attention to the rest of what was going on in this daggone episode. But honey, we gonna go ahead and get into it, all right? So we basically picked up where we left off, right? You know, of course, she just got in here from chopping Fred behind up, okay? And, you know, she's just standing in the bathroom, like I said, in a damn daze, all right? She getting flashes, you know, of them chasing Fred and them getting inside of him and doing what they had to do. And she just staring at her hands and she all bloodied and bruised up or whatever have you. And then all of a sudden she gonna shut the damn shower water off, okay, and take one of the wash rags, which looked like it was the baby wash rag, and do some half behind wipe on that, throw that in the tub, and we seeing the blood on it. And then proceeds to walk out the room and go pick up the baby and hug her. I said, girl, what? Okay, and then she running down the daggone stairs to run out the house to get ready to leave again. And Maura and Luke is trying to ask her what is going on. Okay, June, stop, talk to us. What is happening here? Okay, what are you doing? Where are you going? And she turns and tells them, like, I did it. I did it. I killed Fred with my bare hands. And it's like, okay, girl, well, come in. Like, what are you talking about? And she proceeds to jump in the car and drive off. I said, where are you going? Where are you going? And you have not washed off this damn blood, okay? So, anyway, we basically end up, you know, seeing that she's over here going to the diner to meet the rest of the girls, okay? And they all sitting around and they all bloodied and bruised too, you know. The daggone, you know, waitress is talking about, oh, I guess you're part of this group. It's like, what was the, you know what I'm saying, hint, okay? They were giving me coke. And so she go ahead and sit down and the waitress is asking her, like, you know, can I bring you some coffee? And she's like, sure. And so we move on along and we seeing that Nick is home. I'm assuming that this is his wife that he's married to now, all right? And she's over here making this coffee, honey. And I was looking at you like, okay, how you boiled the water and made the coffee that fast, honey? No cream, no sugar, no nothing. I said, well, maybe he like it black. He don't like it with nothing. Let me just mind my business. So she go ahead and sit down and she's like, did June get to do everything that she had to do? Was everything taken care of? So obviously Nick been telling her what's going down, all right? And he says, yes, she did. So she's like, I'm happy for her. You know, hopefully now she can find peace. Okay, praise be. And I'm going to be praying for her. And he just looking at her like, yeah, okay, girl. You know, he give her a little fake pat on her hand. And so, you know, she talking about some, oh, that's right. You take milk in your coffee. Okay. And he took another sip and was like, looking like this damn coffee is nasty as hell and milk ain't gonna help it, all right? Because she had told him, well, I made this for you. I didn't want to, you know, wake the Marthas up. So moving on to daggone Serena behind. She here doing yoga, stretching, looking like she living her best damn life. And they come in the cell to let her know, like, you know, Mrs. Waterford, we got to go ahead and hurry up and move you, okay? This is an emergency. You know, this is basically where you and your child could be in danger. She want to talk about some, I'm not moving nowhere, and where's Tuola? They was like, we don't know, okay? We are trying to contact him, but in the meantime, we have to move you. They done said it about 3 times, so they had to let her know and remind her, like, look, you are still in our custody, so either you can move on your own or we can move you. So now when they take her out, you know, she's met by this lady that does let her know, okay, Fred is dead, baby. Okay, Fred is dead. Like, we have, you know, recovered the body and we identified him and it is your husband. So Serena want to start crying and giving us her crocodile tears. I could care less, all right? And when we get back at the diner with June and them, They all tearing up this food, child. It was like they was waiting for June to get there. When she sat down, they passing her these pancakes. They like, are you hungry? And as soon as she starts eating, everybody's eating. They just the chomping on damn down, okay? And then, Vicky basically says everything tastes better when Fred is dead, all right? After they finish eating these sausages and, pancakes, waffles, bacon, eggs and everything, orange juice. June orders her a milkshake with a big cherry on top. And so she looks down at the glass, and now we are seeing, y'all, that is blood on the glass. So everywhere you go, when you leaving your damn fingerprints, you still got this blood off. Like, how you eating food and picking up the sausages and bacon and stuff with blood on your hands, girl? I'm sorry, y'all, but I was just stuck on this damn blood the whole episode, okay? So now Danielle is basically saying, what she can't stop thinking about. She cannot stop thinking about her mistress, right? And how she's gonna hear her voice and how she's gonna basically scream her face, all right, when she hears the whistle. And June is just basically looking at her, right? And so, she tells June, I got something for you. And they go outside, and when they go to the trunk of her car, baby, she got a bunch of weapons up in there, okay? And she tells her she can get a lot more. And basically, Danielle asked if Nick could go ahead and get her across the border, or rather bring the mistress, to the border, all right? And so June is like, I'm not too sure about that, okay? Probably not. And then at first they was all kind of saying like, well, why not? What's the problem? But then they was like, you know what? It would be hard to just basically bring one of the wives to the border. And so now Danielle is saying, well, we can go into Gilead, all right? It's easy. We have ways to be able to, get in there. And so June is talking about you want to go back into Gilead and kill a wife, if that is as if that is so absurd. And observe, y'all. Yeah. So she basically was like, do unto others as they do unto you. Like, yeah, I still want her behind, okay? And June telling her, that's not what the Bible says. She said, that's what my Bible says, okay? Don't come in here telling me nothing about what no damn Bible say. And so June is basically saying, like, oh, well, I'm not too sure. And she's like, where's Emily? And so they basically like, she's not here, but we are. You know what I mean? We the ones that went out here and did what we had to do. And they was like, what are we going to do next? And then, Vicky is telling her, we all went in the woods with you, June. And June talking about something he had to pay. And Danielle told her, he was your monster, okay? Now I want to get my damn monster. And so, we tore him apart for you. And so basically she was like, now it's my damn turn or whatever, right? And June is over here shaking her head, and she just standing there looking. And so she's telling Danielle, so what you gonna do now? You just gonna leave your family? You gonna leave your husband? And so Danielle is like, shut up. And she was like, come on. We will all get caught somewhere between here and Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? It's not as easy as it said, easy as it may sound. And so she's like, you're not gonna get anywhere. What are we gonna do? And so she was like, what they do to spies? They crucify them, they hang them on poles and all of that kind of stuff, right? Is that where you want to end up? And so at this point, Vicky is pointing the gun at her, pointing the gun at June, and she's telling her, she was here for you. Are you going to be here for her? Are you going to be here for any of us? And June is just standing there looking, and then she walks over closer to her, closer to where that gun is pointed at, okay? And she just basically was like, I don't know, Vicky. And I could understand Vicky and them being pissed off. At this point, Vicky puts the gun up in the air and she shoots out like 2-3 times. And they all was just like, go, go, go. And they're telling June now, like, you're a coward. In the meantime, June done jumped in the damn car with the gun that she got from Danielle or whatever. And she's driving off. So I said to myself, you going all over the place. You leaving blood every damn where. Now this girl shooting up in the air, basically making, a damn scene. And, she go riding off from there, whatever the case may be, right? And she basically, she goes riding off from there, and she basically ends up, I think she goes and she basically finds out that Emily is gone or whatever, right? And in the meantime now, Mark has got there, and he's talking to, Serena, and she's pissed off. She's like, you ain't do nothing. You ain't protect him. How did this happen, or whatever the case may be? Where did they find him, and all of that kind of stuff? And she says she want to see the remains, and he was like, he'll see if he can get that done as soon as possible. And so she basically was like, do you people have any decency at all, any type of grace? And she's basically going in on him like, where were you? Did something happen to Fred's plane? She's trying to figure it out. And so he's like, no. He was like, this basically was, a change that happened in the itinerary, or whatever the case may be, right? We signed off for him to basically, go to Geneva, but that's not where the hell he ended up. So she was like, well, where was he? And he said, well, the United States government, or whatever, right, made a deal with Gilead government, and he was supposed to be, this was last night. And so he basically was like, he was involved in a prisoner exchange at the border, and he got taken there. So she said, well, you sent him back to get killed, and he said they agreed to charge him underneath the Gilead system of justice, right? And so I delivered him safely. I did my part, and I don't know what happened after that. So, of course, like I said, again, we have Serena trying to cry with her fake ass, crocodile tears, and blame, him for it. And he was saying he traded Fred for 22 political prisoners. And so basically, he says, women in your government is sent to die in the daggone colonies or whatever, right? And he says, my job right now is to protect you and your baby. So she was like, from whom exactly? Who are you protecting me from? Who killed Fred? And so he's getting frustrated. She's frustrated. He's like, I'm trying to focus on you right now and make sure that you're safe, right? And we all know that he got a damn soft ass spot for her, all right? And so he says there was two things that arrived at the center this morning. Basically, one was her wedding ring, which he gave back to her. And she's like saying, what was the other one? And it's like his finger. So she was like, which finger? He was like, the wedding one, the same one that this damn ring came off of. So she's basically like, oh, I know who this was, okay? This was damn June ass. She did this, okay? You don't know what kind of monster she is. I said, well, damn, if she is a monster, Serena, then what the hell that make you? That's the pot calling the kettle black, because y'all created that damn monster, all right? Talking about, you don't know the real him and all of this kind of stuff. And so she basically, he basically also showed her this picture and was like, we seen this in Gilead before too. Do you know what this means? And she's just basically staring at it. But that's when everything clicks to her. And she was saying that, this was June that did this, right? And of course, June wanted her to know that it was her. That's the whole reason why she went and sent that picture. So in the meantime, like I said, she found out that, Emily is not there. She supposedly went back to, Gilead, and I was like, that was weak story, right? And I know that the actress that was playing her said she wasn't coming back to the show, but I was like, y'all couldn't have came up with something like, better than that. But I guess they wanted to kind of show how, even though everybody, experience similar things, or even it could be the same thing, they're all going to take it in different ways. You got some that want revenge, some that want to fight, some that just want to move on and pretend that it never happened, some that want to go back, and everything else like that. And so that's basically how they was trying to, portray it, all right? And so then we moved on, and we basically, had her finally, well, no, I'm sorry. She went and seen all the blood on herself, and now she wanted to wash her damn hands, y'all. Do this fake wash and scrubbing on her face and stuff. But there's no soap in sight, okay? She's doing this in a little side bathroom, and she's rubbing with a hand towel and stuff like that. I said, girl, you could have washed your behind up in the bath, okay, or shower or something. But nonetheless, it's like now she's snapping back into reality, all right? And realizing everything that went down, because she done went from being happy to laughing to freaking, getting angry, getting emotional, feeling like she almost about to cry. So then she literally walks into this daggone lake, and she's still just trying to, I guess, call herself washing herself off there. I said, girl, you washing yourself off everywhere but where you need to be washing it off at. But I guess I should be happy that you just finally are even acknowledging that you had all this blood on you, okay? It was giving me, if you ever watched, 90 Day Fiance, after they go on these damn long ass flights and they be coming out and I be saying nobody ain't, gonna wash. Like, that just always bothers my soul, y'all, okay? So nonetheless, you hear somebody coming up behind her asking her, like, are you all right? And then the next thing you know, we see her at this damn prison. So of course Luke is coming there, he's asking her if she's okay, what's going on and everything like that, and she's saying she's gonna turn herself in, she's gonna make it right. Okay, she has to pay now for what she did to Fred. And so he's like, no, what are you talking about? And she admits to them, like, I killed Fred Waterford, I did it by myself, it was just me, I didn't have no help and all of this stuff. So they're telling her to come onto the back with them, and of course Luke is over here going off and they pushing him back, and she's telling him to tell Maura to call up a lawyer, that she's gonna know what to do. And so when she get in there, she's sitting down telling them, they was like, so how did you do it? She's like, I chased him down. I was biting him. I was punching him. I was kicking him. I was cutting him. Okay. I was doing everything that I could do. Well, why did you do this? Because he abused me. He beat me. He sexually assaulted me. Okay. He did everything and he was a horrible man and I felt like he deserved it. And so, she's basically telling her, like, well, we appreciate you being honest and telling us everything, but this did not happen on, Canadian soil. So it's not really much that we can do about that, And June is looking like, huh? What are you talking about? Because the prosecutor was telling her, like, yeah, you came in here by yourself and this is our job, to do these type of things. But unfortunately, this is not my department. I don't have no control over none of this stuff, right? And these events did not occur over here. And it's not the concern of the crown what goes down, okay, and other people's parts of the land, okay? It's only our concern what goes down here. So she's basically telling her, like, thank you for coming in and I appreciate you spilling the tea, child, but you could go ahead and have a nice day. And June is like, I killed him. And she's like, that may be, but that's not our problem, girl. We appreciate you coming in, okay? Have a good night, have a good day, have a good life. And so she's like, this can't be. It got to be some type of punishment. She was like, not from us. She was like, between, you you and your own God, or any quarrel that, you have with yourself, but the crown has no quarrel with you. You are free to go. So June was like, I know y'all damn lying, and they basically said, but oh, by the way, okay, you got to go ahead and pay that damn $88, honey, as a fine that we're citing you for sending in the damn, finger unsecured through the mail, and you could pay that downstairs. I said, no, they didn't. I said, listen, they don't care about them gunshots they heard outside the diner. They don't care about you murdering nobody. But we cannot have you, sending no finger through the mail. So when she say she ain't got the money, they was like, okay, well, you could pay it online. Be safe, okay? So June comes out and she tells, Luke, like, of course he's running up to hurry up and give her a hug. And she's like, I owe $88 for the finger. I said, yo, I cannot, okay? That was freaking hilarious. And so we still get Serena boo-hoo. And she come in here to see, Fred's body or whatever. And Mark is still telling her, like, we could protect you, we could guide you, we could make sure that everything is okay with you. She like, how the hell you gonna do that, okay, when this man is laying here like this? And she pulled back that sheet, baby, and Lord have mercy, did they go in on Fred behind, okay? When she said they chopped him up and cut him up and they wasn't playing, all right? It was all different kind of big chunks of Fred missing, all right? And she was like, are you going to protect me like you protected him? And so she says that she wants to be able to go home and give him a proper burial. And Mark was like, listen, I got to see about that. I don't know about that, okay? And of course, she going to get his sympathy, all right, and get his little weak spot, because she already know he got a weak spot for her behind. And he did eventually say, he would see what he could do or whatever, right? And of course, she just still trying to throw shade and still trying to blame him, for the situation being the way it is. I said, girl, Serena, bye. Nobody give a damn, about that. And so then when June and Fred get home, he's basically saying, do you want to drink? And she's saying, yeah. And so Maura comes and is asking him, like, is she okay? And he telling Maura, yeah, she's all right. She was like, this is not all right, okay? She ain't all right at all. There's some problems going on here. I say, yeah, damn sure is. I'm glad somebody said it. And so he goes and takes the baby from Maura, and he's fixing her to drink and then telling Maura to take this to her. And I said, all of y'all is kind of in denial, honey, all right? Because obviously June needs to have some damn counseling, okay? You gonna tell me they ain't got no counseling there inside of damn Canada either? And Maura was kind of pissing me off because I felt like if anybody should understand where June is coming from, she should. She was giving me a little bit of hypocrite there at times, all right? And then, she's saying she gonna go and give the baby a bath, and June is basically like, I want to wash her up. And she turned and was like, I don't trust you with the baby. And I'm like, huh? I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here now? This ain't your damn baby. And what do you mean you don't trust her? Like, because she went and did something to Fred, who did some very horrible, sadistic things to her, does not mean that she would hurt the baby. But then I also had to put myself in that place to say, well, if I really thought that my friend had cracked in a really, crazy way, and I'm super worried about her, then maybe I will also be looking at it like, let me make sure that the baby is okay and everything is all right with her. I got this. You go and you rest or something. And I still was wondering why nobody ain't say, well, here's this drink and go get in the bath. I feel like y'all should have been letting her get in the bath before the damn baby, to be quite honest, all right? I know y'all gonna kill me with this bath, but when I tell you it was on my mind the whole episode, it really was. And so, basically she got had to go wash the baby up or whatever have you, right? And so now when Serena is leaving out from, going to see Fred's body, she has this lady that's talking about some praise be, all right? And, she's like, under his eye. I said, girl, under his ass, okay? Get out of here with this damn foolishness, all right? All right? Foolishness and foolery. And so, they all standing outside with all these damn candles. And of course, Serena being Serena, she loved damn attention, all right? This is when she's really starting to think about like, yeah, I could roll with this and I could get something out of this and this could give me attention. You could already see the wheels turning in her damn head. And that's when she kind of calms down and you not hearing her doing all the complaining or, oh, you caused this and you caused that she was basically doing, for a minute. And then we have, June end up coming up and walking up and seeing, Maura and, Luke giving the baby a bath, both of them in the bathroom with the baby, and he kind of goes like this to let her know that it's okay and she could come in too, and she kneels down and she's holding the baby too or whatever have you and whispering to her and smiling, and it's like now she's feeling more comfortable and happy, like, yes, I got that over with, and, I'm going to go ahead and chill here with my baby. And so that basically was episode 1, y'all. The only thing that I will say outside of the bath thing, y'all, is that I do get why Vicky and Danielle and them was mad. It did kind of come off very selfish, and where I feel like they made the mistake at is if I was coming out there to help you get rid of Fred, we would have already had that discussion and talked about what the plans was going to be, honey, before I even would have went out there. It would have been like, okay, these is the plans for Fred. And then when we're finished with Fred, this is what we want to do with A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You understand what I'm saying? It was kind of stupid of them to wait till after the fact to start asking questions about what Nick could do and what he couldn't do. That should have already been established beforehand. That's where they dropped the ball at, okay? And they could only blame themselves for that part. But it also was kind of selfish for June to have them help her and then kind of be like, oh, well, girl, you know what I'm saying? Go back to your family, live a normal life. Why would you want to still be going and chasing the wife? The same reason why you still want to get Serena behind and the same reason why you wanted to get Fred. Like, let's keep it real, all right? So I feel like everybody was being a little hypocritical at times. Everybody was being selfish at times. Everybody was looking out for their self-interest at times. And even though even in the beginning I couldn't really understand for a minute there where June was coming from with it, it was basically like, you know what? She's right. I mean, listen, I never thought she was wrong for killing Fred, and I would never feel bad for him or damn Serena, all right? I definitely got where she's coming from there, but I think it was more about showing that, like I said, everybody was taking it in different ways. I also forgot to mention that when Mark came to the house, he did come and ask to see her, and she stepped outside and talked to him for a minute. He did tell her, like, you know what I'm saying? May he rot in hell. Like, don't get it twisted. You have nothing to feel bad about. You did what you had to do, because she even thought he was coming there to arrest her. And he was like, no, I'm not. Okay. So he basically was like, may he rot in hell. All right. He got what he damn deserved. I don't blame you or whatever. Right. And neither do I when it comes to that part. And so it was just showing that she's been through a lot. She was having a break. Like I said, you seen her laughing one minute, mad the next minute, confused the next minute. And anybody that went through a situation like that would be feeling all those different emotions, right? And just how it affects everybody in different ways and stuff like that. But the fact that Luke and Maura kept talking about, well, what's wrong with you? Why are you acting like this? Why the hell you think she acting like this? Are you serious right now? I was like, give me a break, y'all. But that was episode 1. Y'all put it in the comments. Tell me what y'all thought about the first episode. The first episode was to me. Okay, they did drop 2, and I will have my review for the second one coming up. But y'all guys, put it in the comments. Let's discuss. Tell me what you think. Okay. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you are so inclined. Okay, give me a wave. Let me know you came by. Put some flames up in the sky. All right, y'all.